The story begins long before the Lutz family. It starts with the DeFeos, a seemingly ordinary family living at 112 Ocean Avenue, Amityville. But behind the facade of normalcy hid a darkness that would forever stain the house. On a cold November night in 1974, Ronald DeFeo Jr. took a rifle and committed an unthinkable act, murdering his entire family as they slept. The community was shocked. The murders sent chills down their spines. How could such a horrific event happen in their quiet town? The house, once a symbol of suburban tranquility, became a chilling reminder of the brutal crime. It stood silent, shrouded in a palpable sense of dread, as if the very walls held the terror of that night. The murders left an indelible mark on 112 Ocean Avenue. Neighbors whispered about the house, their voices hushed with fear and speculation. Some claimed to see strange lights flickering in the windows, while others swore they heard the phantom cries of the DeFeo family. The house was stained with an evil that seemed to seep from its very foundation. It stood as a grim testament to the darkness that can reside in seemingly ordinary places. Less than a year after the DeFeo murders, the Lutz family moved into the infamous house. George and Kathy Lutz, along with their 3 children, were aware of the house's tragic past. They were drawn to its charm, its spacious rooms, and its unbelievably low price. Despite the warnings and unsettling feeling that clung to the house, they dismissed it as morbid curiosity. They believed they could make new memories, erasing the darkness that lingered. They would soon learn that some houses harbor secrets that are not easily forgotten. From the moment they stepped inside 112 Ocean Avenue, the Lutz family felt an oppressive atmosphere. A cold spot near the staircase sent shivers down their spines. The air was heavy with an unseen presence. Despite the unsettling feeling, they began unpacking, trying to create a sense of normalcy. They hoped that by surrounding themselves with familiar belongings, they could banish the shadows of the past. They were wrong. The house had other plans. As days turned into nights, strange occurrences began. At first, they were subtle, easily dismissed. Foul odors permeated the house despite their best efforts to air it out. Flies swarmed even in the dead of winter. Doors slammed shut on their own. The Lutz children, especially Danny, grew agitated and withdrawn. They spoke of imaginary friends, their voices taking on a chilling tone. Kathy attempted to rationalize the events, attributing them to stress and the house settling. But deep down, a seed of doubt began to grow. One particular incident sent shivers down their spines. Kathy awoke in the middle of the night to find George hovering over her. His eyes were wide, vacant, his expression cold and unfamiliar. When she called out to him, he seemed not to hear. He continued to stare at her with an unnerving intensity. The next morning, George had no recollection of the event. He dismissed it as a bad dream. But Kathy couldn't shake the feeling that something was terribly wrong.